Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? I know it's been a while since I gave y'all story time, so I'm gonna give you a story time. All right, and this story time, I was in Texas. I was living in Texas at the time, right? And this story time is called "The Other Black Meat," the other dark meat. Well, and I was in the area in Texas, and it was in Dallas. And when I was living in these apartments, it was just a whole row of tons of apartments down there. And it wasn't necessarily the worst area, but it definitely wasn't the best. Okay. And it was just multicultural. Okay. Mostly Afro Americans, Latin, and white. Okay. But definitely a lot, and it was like uh, one store I used to frequent was next to his Burger King. When this little small store I went to, it was it was always weird because you always find these stores that was majority Mexican or Latin, and they had all types of stuff, but they definitely cater to Latin, and but they were always owned by Asian people. So I go and I get my stuff from the store, and I go to Burger King. I get something from Burger King, right? So and it's beautiful. It's daytime. It's beautiful and everything. I'm enjoying myself. So I go out there and I got my food and everything, and I'm walking out the door, and right in the middle of the street was his brother. He was about 6 foot, maybe 200 and I guess about 240, 260 pounds, muscular. And he was dancing in the middle of the street, broad daylight, people honking and driving around him and stuff like that. And yeah, he was butt naked. Yeah, right. And whoever his mom was, his father must have been like part horse, you know, because he was butt naked, but he didn't do anything to destroy the myth about black men and their size. And he was just butt naked, and he was just dancing in his own world in the middle of the street, broad daylight, right? And so, and people just like freaking out, and and some people would we went through so much stuff in Texas around that area. Some people were desensitized to it. They're just looking out, okay, and walk on, right? So I ended up calling because I was worried he was gonna get hit. Because people don't always watch. People text and they don't watch what they're doing. So I ended up calling police, letting them know, hey, you got a guy buck naked, a brother buck naked, out here in the middle of the street. Ain't got nothing on, swinging and stuff all over the place, and just singing and dancing and stuff like that. And and the police eventually came out there. But while I'm talking to police, they're like, okay, and who are you? And I let them know. And I was working security at that time. Okay. And I let them know. And they were like, okay. I was like, and then they started questioning me, right? Because, and I'll explain later. And they were like, okay, now, are you armed right now? Do you have a weapon on you? And I'm like, no. And then because I totally forgot um, that I had a concealed carry, you know, and it brings up what you should bring up on their monitor when you call in. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I said, I'm on the horn right now. I said, but they were like, okay, and and I gave them the details, and they thanked me. They're like, thank you. We get them out there. We get somebody out there right now. I said, yeah, because I'm worried he's gonna get hit. Now, some people could be on drugs. Some people could have a mental problem. But also, you got to remember, some people fake being crazy. Okay? And there's no better way to get that permanent check from the government than to be somewhere broad daylight where everybody's going to see you and be nude. Okay? And people do all types of stuff to get that permanent check from the government. And that was the weirdest thing. And that's what. So that's my story time for y'all, man. I know it's a little short one, but that's called The Other Dark Meat. And the funny thing about that store too, one time I went in a store. I guess it's 2 story times, and they had chitlins. Yes, fried chitlins. I have never had fried chitlins before. So I bought me a decent, small amount. I said, I'm going to try this out. I got home. I'm jumping, eating a little bit. I'm like, this is not bad. Almost like pork rinds, I'm like, oh, the sauce, it's like so much sauce and seasoning. And then right as I was eating the third one, I realized what I was eating. I was eating chitlins, but they had sauced them up, deep fried them, and did not clean them. So, yeah, you get it. Yeah, I'm gonna be eating seasoned deep fried chitlins with some delicious hog shit. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. It's a true story. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. That's my story time. All right. Subscribe, share, comment. Peace.